Hi everybody, this is Jim Egan, head of school, Synapse School, with a Friday update, 5 minutes, 5 insights, 5 domains, let's go. Something that I'm thinking about. I have the opportunity to speak to so many people in this role as a head of school, and something that I have learned to do, and I still have learning to do, is listening, deep listening. And I think when we are teaching kids about social emotional learning and building relationships, it's often the listening that does the heavy lifting on making relationships work. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth, that old adage, but teaching kids to be curious about individuals in their lives, to ask questions, pause, to really listen and reflect. We do deep reflection here. It's part of our curriculum, but it really is at the center of social emotional learning. It isn't just knowing your emotions, it's knowing other people's emotions. And it isn't just choosing what's good for you, but making choices for others so you can give back to them as well. And that's at the root of any good relationship. How do you listen? So I've been thinking a lot about that and what we can do to help kids understand as they grow that listening is really the glue that keeps the relationship together. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, number 2, a shout out. This goes to a teacher that started here a bunch of years ago as an associate, moved up, actually left, went to New York City, where I said, hey, you should go. You're a young guy. You should check that out. Young people should go to New York, spend some time, but I knew he'd be back. That is Blair in the middle school. He's an extraordinarily beloved teacher in person in the Synapse community. I remember when I told the community that he was coming back to Synapse from New York, how happy everybody was in hearing that news. Kids love him, trust him. Colleagues are just so fond of what he does. He's dependable. He is courageous in how he shows up every day for kids and for adults. And he's super fun. That matters too. Positive guy, upbeat, high energy. We're very lucky that Blair is here, and this is a shout out for everything that he does for colleagues and parents, but primarily for kids. All right, Blair, way to go. All right, number 3, a look ahead. Just quickly, we've got break. This time of year can be difficult, it can be challenging. So as you head into the break, think about slowing down, because we're heading into the next phase of trimester 2, which leads to the lab. But be intentional in how you spend your time next week during break. Don't rev the engine too high. That's my advice, but that's really just a simple look ahead. Number 4, a peek behind the scenes. Something that we're doing, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but we are creating a documentary with Krista on our founders and the origin story of the school. This past weekend, we spent 3 days filming with a crew, the full thing, sound and lighting, the whole shabam. And we brought together our founders, Annabelle and Karen, and our original admissions director, and someone who was at the foundation of our SEL program, that's Marsha, and then the founding board member, which was Anne, and they came together. I had the wonderful responsibility of asking them questions and interviewing them, and then I was interviewed as well. So it's the start of a documentary on an extraordinary school that you know well, parents and teachers and kids, and that's Synapse. That's a peek behind the scenes. And number 5, just because, keep it simple here. Practice maximum enthusiasm. That's it. That's just because. Practice. Practice makes perfect. Have a super holiday break, everybody. You can always subscribe. You can always hit like, and we'll see you after the holiday. Take care.